Welcome back, basketball fans. Welcome back. So, the Kenya women's team, like Team Kenya women, just continued their onslaught against Algeria, the host. They have been beating this women's team left and right. Algeria are yet to win a game against Kenya, and the funny thing was in the finals in the top six, it was Kenya versus Algeria. As per recording this video, the women's team they just came out victorious. So congratulations. This game, we're just looking at a top five game that they played, and just give our commentary and also our analysis on it. So yeah, but before we start, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you can get notified on these videos I upload. And also, please make sure to smash that like button because it helps me out a ton. And also in this YouTube algorithm, you just need to help a brother. Please make sure to just make sure to hit that like button and subscribe because it really helps a lot. And also this channel. And yeah, man. Without further ado, let's just get into it. So, Team Kenya versus Algeria, the women's team. With that death lineup of Medina, Marianne, and Mary Lisa, they have been very effective when they start, and also when you have Ashley on the bench. That for those four ladies, that team, those four ladies have just produced some good basketball. But the first points of the game coming from Algeria, coming from a two-pointer, and Team Kenya having a slow start. We actually had a slow start after this score by Mary Lisa. You can see she has some good footwork in there to just score inside. We just had like a slow start, and we were not able to even take care of the basketball. See Marianne, she threw the ball out of bounds, but Team Kenya, the women's team, always knew that this game was just gonna end up in a win for us because Algeria, they're not that team to be able to stop us easily, and they live and die by the three. I've watched a lot of games that they have played. They solely majority of their points they try to shoot from outside. They're afraid of Medina, especially when she's inside, and Marianne just lacking the way she's moving. But Algeria number four is able to kind of outsmart Marianne in that possession. You can see Marianne trying to get in, but she's not able to find gather pretty well and able to find that shot and score it. You can see another two-pointer from Algeria. They are not sitting there and trying to drive it. They just want to go in for the kill, and they just live and die by the three, or in this case live and die by the two, and they'll keep shooting. Number six tries it again. They'll settle in for the rebounds, and the funny thing is even their players are not even rebounding the basketball, and it's it's quite amazing. And while Kenya still have our shooting woes, and we are down four, and number six, not good defense coming from Medina. Not at all, because you can see her footwork, not even on this play, but in this one where number six just blows by, and she's just caught she's not even looking at the players she's defending. She was too late, and but the good thing is Marianne was there to just swat that away, and that rebound, that ball went back to Kenya, and Medina tries that mid-ranger, no good. And Algeria have possession of this basketball, and they just live and die by the two-pointer, and they have majority of the time, even in that possession, you've seen that just shooting threes, trying to have those high volume threes, just afraid of scoring up against Medina. And you see Medina, she was not able to even despite the footwork that she has, she was not able to score that basketball, which it really hampered our offense. And those points proved to be very crucial. And even in that layup attempt, even before going for the and one, even despite the hard contest, she needed to score that basketball, and she didn't, because she had a size mismatch. She didn't need to just focus and at least score that. Even on the free throws, not scoring it, and Margaret, she just comes in and just ends that scoring drought, because at some point we just had a minute and a half of no scoring, which is pretty dangerous. You see Medina, not good defense, especially moving her feet. Okay, I don't expect her to guard like that, but at least try to stretch your hand and at least try to contest and alter that shot. That's something that we have not seen. Even in that even after like that poor defensive that poor defensive play, you could see even from that assist, she's not even able to like score that short inside, which is necessary. But you see, Margaret, I don't know why the women's team did not go to Margaret, especially off the bench in like a couple of stops, because she has been great. She has scored 2 baskets. She scored 2 baskets to end the drought and at least try, find some consistent offense and also help like Marianne when she's on the bench. And the funny thing is, they're just putting her in like at the end, almost at the end of like this campaign, this Nations League tournament, and she has like the length and she's able to like at least find a way to like guard like those tall guards or even like a center, and I have like Marianne in there and try to like switch it up. But man, it's actually quite fascinating. Like we have the pieces, but sometimes like when it comes to like the selection, we kind of leave out some players. You can see Ashley, she wasn't there in the game. She was in the game. Margaret stepped in, and we've seen some flashes of like good plays, especially coming from Margaret. And also Ashley is pretty good, especially shooting wise. So when I just saw that lineup, I expected Mary Lisa to be able to like take some load and in shooting like those 3-point shots to be able to compensate from the shots that Team Kenya are going to miss. But all in all, we were able to like find a way to win that basketball game. And Margaret, she goes up for the 3 and she scores it. Right now she has scored 4 of our points from Mirilissa's shot inside. All the points have been generated, not even generated, but scored by Margaret, and Margaret has been great. And also she was even in that run in the Hammamet games, and she did, about like a month and a half ago, and her productivity has been great. Even in that run where they made the finals, she's made that 3 from the Fenry roll. At some point, I thought it was gonna rim out, but she just got a Fenry roll. It rolled in there for that 2-point and just went in. Live and die by the 3 is Algeria, and this game, the way we just grabbed that lead was just great, and it spoke volumes to like Algeria. Like they have had like couple of opportunities to be able to like defend and score, but they've just over relied on those 3-point on their 3-point shot, and that enables us, Team Kenya, to be able to like capitalize on that. You can see Marianne just went in, just scored it. She just grabbed that, rebound and just went up and scored it again, and putting us up 2 points. At some point, we were down 4, and right now we're up 2, and the scores just keeps piling on. And despite us not even fouling like that, and live and die by the 3 again, like they're just over relying on the 3. And I can tell like Algeria are just very one-dimensional in how they're looking at the basketball and looking at basketball like 3x3, especially when we were playing Team Kenya. Not sure why they're like doing that. They should have like at least had like a solid balance between shooting the 3 ball also finding like a player inside to be able to like score. And that's one thing that they have lacked a lot. But in spite of that, like they had some moments like that possession where number 4 was able to like fake it and make it. Melissa, her shot was just way off. Her shot needs to like fall so that she can be able to at least score. And unfortunately, man, it just didn't win. It never didn't win. Then that shot just didn't go in. So I don't know why I say it went. But it is what it is. We got up the rebound. Medina, she goes in, and it's supposed to be a foul, but the ball has been saved. Algeria again going for the 3, they miss it, and it's just live and die by the 3. They made a 1 point. They made a nice inside shot, but they just relying on the 3 because that's a wide open lane for Marianne, so that she can be able to like just make sure that the lead is up 2. And Algeria just tie it. I mean, live and die by the 3. Marianne answers back with a 3 of her own to still maintain that lead at 2 points and put us 10, Algeria 8. So it's still 2 points, even despite like that. three from Algeria. See, Marianne just had to like answer back with her three, and she has been great, especially inside. We rarely don't like need. I would even require her to like score like those 2 pointers, but she was wide open, and she just when they just got that she just got that opportunity, she just scored it. So yeah, and with 4:12 remaining, I can say Kenya were just on the driver's seat at this point. No fouls. Algeria only fouled once, and Kenya are just looking very dominant in there. And inside, you can see even the shots that we are taking were just chipping away, but the free throws were just the free throws were just crazy. But the good thing is Medina, even after her missed free throw, she was able to like grab that miss and put it back in the basket. Number 4, she tries to go in for that shot, misses it. Marianne, she finds Medina inside, but Medina just couldn't be able to like gather it and just score it easily. Then Algeria again, live and dying by the 3, and they score it, cutting the leads to 1. Like, I mean, they've just been like they've shot like they've attempted like many 2-point field goals, and they're just cutting the lead. They're just trying to cut the lead, but they're living and dying by the 3. They just don't want to score outside, and that's a bank shot in there. So as much as you're seeing like Kenya trying to run away from this, you're seeing Algeria just coming and just fighting back. At some point I thought like they were just going to like have like a scoring drought and just and Kenya just capitalize on it. But it is what it is. But the team is just solid, just having some good solid plays in there, and the players are just clicking pretty well. And also Margaret, huge spark, especially when she just joined in, because without her productivity we wouldn't be at that point, because she came in and she just started that scoring barrage for Team Kenya with her 4 points to start, and the rest, the other team, the team, like the trio, just picked it up. Right now the death lineup is on Marianne, Medina, and Mary Lisa, and right now we're just looking towards just putting the Algerian team to sleep, and Medina just leads the charge in that with that nice shot inside. Number 8, she tries a 3, she misses. Medina, she grabs it, finds Mary Lisa, Medina just tries to get that ball in back, but I mean sometimes we just look predictable in our plays. You're just seeing like, let me just take this ball outside, let me just pass it to you quickly. Let me just do that, let me pass it to you quickly, we score. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and that thing has really sometimes like set us back. And given like that 3 that has been hit by Algeria, and they've just tied it up, and if we just had like some careful plays, we would have been up 3. But you're seeing Kenya, even despite that 2-pointer, we were able to like answer back with an inside shot. Algeria go for the mid-range, they miss it. Margaret, she grabs the ball, gives it to Medina. Medina tries a 3 of her own, she misses it. And Algeria just they're just trying to, you might think like we're just gonna beat them, but somewhat just looked like a tricky game. And this was funny. Look at Medina, like that was a fake shot attempt and she beat, and look at her turning her back. Like, this is such poor defense. Like that, you're supposed to slide with the player. And as much as Medina has been able to like score a lot of points, have the break-even point, like you have good offense and poor defense, there has to be a trade-off somewhere. You have to like, there have to be like, as much as you're playing good offense, you're supposed to also have good defense. And she has really struggled playing defense. And also, honestly, I can even tell why. She has been required to do so much, especially when it comes to like scoring. So her defense kind of just like, she just doesn't put not much effort into it. But you can see Mary Lisa, she recovers it, and she just has that English, and she scores it, putting us up 2. And Algeria just looking for that 2-pointer, and they score it, tying the game at 14 points apiece. So it's every shot, every possession just counts. and Algeria just not going away, and they just keep scoring, especially from the 2 point field goals. And one thing I've seen, guarding the three has been really challenging. And despite Algeria just looking like they're a team, easy team to beat, they have moments where they just show like they're very good at what they do. And you can see those are the passes that I'm talking about. Like, seeing from this attempt by number 10 going in, she misses it. Medina finds Marilisa. Marilisa quickly just passes it without even flinching. Just passes it to Medina, and Medina is just there to clean it up. This play has just been used so many times to the point where even the elite teams have been able to craft a way to be able to stop it. Sometimes it stops, sometimes it doesn't work, but when it works and clicks, it becomes much more easier to win it overall. And Team Kenya have possession of the ball. Nice assist from Marilisa, and just going up 17. Kenya 17, Algeria 14. And I might just say this game at this point was just done and dusted, because given this ball, like the way they've been playing, and also Algeria, that lady she just took a shot. We've just been playing very well, and Team Kenya, we're just not letting up at all. Even they have the basketball, she has been taken to their bench. So this game, 128 left. A lot of time that can be taken to be able to find a way to be able to add on to this. Algeria just setting up, Kenya just setting up as well. Defense, you can see that switch. Number 4, they just live and die by the 3. Marilisa, she has the ball, she gives it to Medina, and it's a foul call. Kenya is yet to foul Algeria. Algeria has fouled Kenya 3 times, and this has been a overall clean game from Kenya. They have just relied on some skill in there, utilization of pick and roll, and rebounding is Medina. Medina goes in, she turns, but she still misses it, which I think she has the ability to be able to score those. I don't know why she doesn't manage to score those, but we have seen her score a lot of those type of points and manufacture those. And Marianne, she tries to find spacing inside. She wasn't positioned well in there, and that thing has really hampered some of her possessions. She shouldn't be spreading so much in the perimeter, but she should at least stay at the dunker spot and stretch the baseline and have a quick run to the basket, so that when the ball just goes outside, she's able to reach those balls easily. So I know that has sounded out of pocket, but anyway, those passes, she can be able to get them. And that's a block. 34 seconds remaining. Kenya versus Algeria. So we fouled once, but this game at this point was just over, because it's just pounding the clock right now. Just Team Kenya just needs to pound the clock and not allow any threes. With those air balls that they were making, they really drained the Algerian team. So right now it's just pounding the clock. We don't even need to score the basketball immediately. Even pounding the clock is enough. But no, we have to find a way to score. Medina, she goes in, she grabs that assist from Marilisa. That has been so effective. That passing from Marilisa to Medina has been so effective. And Algeria tried a 3. That 3 is just off by a mile. Margaret gives it back to Medina. Medina misses it the first time. She gets fouled, and I don't know why they didn't even call it. They didn't call that, and she got pushed in that. And I think it was just a frustration foul. It was an angry foul. You're seeing Medina. She gets the assist. She misses it. Number 4 just pushes her out of frustration, and this game just ends. Kenya 19, Algeria 14, and It was just fun to watch. I enjoyed this game a lot when I was watching it because it's just like picking on like a team that you're just gonna beat, and Team Kenya just show why they're that in that level, and they just won it, and they're just competing heavy with Tunisia and Egypt because I felt like in the women's side, the only teams that were a threat was Tunisia and Egypt, and if you're able to compete heavy with them, it will be just a walk in the park, especially competing with Algeria. And the loss column, I mean, just kept on piling on for Algeria. Algeria yet to beat Kenya. They didn't even beat Kenya in this whole like Nations FIBA X3 Nations League, but you can see that good plays from Medina. She was actually pretty sensational. It was awesome, and no, and just to add on, like I'm just getting more confident in the team. Although there's like a few things that they need tweaking, but things are just moving on to the right direction. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments. What you think about this 3x3? What you think about the performance from Team Kenya, Team Nyati? Smash that like button, helps me out a ton, and I'm out. Peace.